Hi there, and welcome to today's Slate Bites. Today, we're going to focus on using the new payment amount functionality on your forms and on your events to be able to very quickly and easily capture the payment amounts. To start, let's look at this example. On our example form, we see a couple of different sections. We're going to use these different sections to illustrate different ways that this payment amount can be used. In the first section, we see that we're selling a Slate University t-shirt. Here, you'll see that payment amount, and you'll see a quantity where someone can select the number of t-shirts that they want to have. As soon as a quantity is selected, we see that our payment form is automatically calculating the appropriate amount. In our next section, we're seeing a list of different items that folks can add to their registrations. In this case, they have the ability to add additional Slate University swag, such as a shark stuffed animal, a frisbee, or a water bottle. As somebody selects each of these different items, we can see that the payment amount changes based on the item that is selected. As the user selects multiple items, those payment amounts are added together for that total amount that's due. The third section shows how we can use this payment amount functionality to automatically apply negative or discounted payment amounts. In this case, if I wanted to apply a 25% discount simply by checking this option, we can see that that payment amount is calculated automatically for 25% of the order total. We also see the option for a flat $5 off rate, and the option for a user to enter in a custom amount. We'll use $33.33 just to show how this can be calculated. Let's go ahead and fill out this form for somebody to get that custom discount amount along with a frisbee and a water bottle. Now that the form has been submitted, we can see a list of the itemized items that were selected during the registration process, including the name of the item, a code that may be appropriate for sending to the general ledger, and the associated amounts, along with the total for the transaction. Let's go take a look to see how this is all put together. Here's the back end of our form. As we can see the three different corresponding sections. The first section, we see the Slate University t-shirt for $20 each. As we open this, we can see the payment amount field that has been added to this part of the form. The payment amount field has a couple of key areas. The first is the label, which is the area that your registrants will see on your forms or your events. The next area is the amount or the formula. This can either be a static amount that is entered, like in this case, or it could be a formula part where you can have calculated values passed into this. We'll see an example of that a little later on. You also have the item name and an item code to help further differentiate the appropriate SKU. You also have the option to show the amount and to show the quantity. And if a quantity is selected, you have the ability to set a default and set a max amount of those items that someone can get. Let's look at a couple of different setups. In this section, the hidden payment items that are conditionally calculated, we see that same list of swag that someone can purchase. The shark stuffed animal, the Slate University frisbee, and our blue water bottle. In this case, we provide a very user-friendly way for someone to check off the different items that they would like. Hidden, we are now using that payment amount field to appropriately calculate the value of the item that was selected. For instance, when somebody selects the shark stuffed animal, the shark stuffed animal payment amount will display behind the scenes with the appropriate $15 calculation and will also include the item name and the item code. We can repeat that process for the other items, such as the frisbee, which is worth $25, and the blue water bottle, which is priced at $30. As we move into this third section where we look at negative payment amounts, we're looking at three different options that allow you to apply discounts. We're using a similar process in that we're listing out checkboxes for the different types of calculations that will conditionally control the payment amount field items. As somebody selects the 25% off the total, we can conditionally display that payment amount field item. In the amount and formula section, we can add a little calculation that will automatically apply a 25% discount off of the total of all of the payment amounts on this particular form. In this case, we only want this to show if that particular discount has been selected. Let's look at a different example where we're looking at a flat $5 off. In this case, what we're doing is we're saying if somebody selects that flat $5 off checkbox item, the amount is going to be negative $5. Again, there's an item name and an item code. The last option we see is for entering a custom discount amount. In this case, we have a form field with an export key of custom discount. For our custom discount amount, we want this option to show when someone selects that they want to enter in a custom discount amount. So we apply a conditional logic filter to this particular field to display when someone makes that selection. We also apply a similar type of logic for that custom discount calculation. In this case, the amount or the formula is going to be negative of whatever somebody types in for that custom discount amount. That's where we're inputting the export key of our custom discount amount. As we scroll down, we can see our conditional logic filters are looking for the existence of a value in that custom discount form field. The last step is configuring the payment form. In here, we'll select sum of payment amounts as the payment amount. This will automatically sum up all of the different values from our payment amount form fields, as well as any gift amounts that might be on the form. And that's it. This works not only for select lists like these, like our stuffed animals and our water bottles, but also works for more complex type of events, such as conditionally calculating payment amounts for related events that people might register for. We hope you enjoyed the Slate Byte video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.